Hi YouTube viewers, I am having problems with sleeping. I constantly wake up at like 4 in the morning and constantly feel like I've got nothing to do. I go and switch on my computer and I go and switch on the internet and I watch other people's YouTube videos. I never meet them, I never talk to them in the real world, I only see them on video, and I'm one of the other ones. It's the same. The trouble with me, if I get so fed up and so unhappy, I got dressed and I went out for a walk. But I walked around the meadows at like 5 o'clock in the morning, and I then walked to the shops, and the only shop that's open is one 24-hour shop that's open. I noticed there was some bargain sausage, so I decided to buy that. Their tills froze, so can they buy it? It happens every morning because constantly the tills break down in the morning, so you can't buy anything, so you have to wait till the tills reset again. They're 24-hour shops, so just come back again. But it's getting to one of the factors like, what's the point of having a 24-hour shop if you can't buy stuff 24/7? And why is there so many few of 24/7 shops? Not everyone loves the 9 to 5 lifestyle of everyone, and some people can't sleep. Some people go to sleep in the afternoon and wake up at night time and want to go out. So when the pubs are closed and when the clubs are closed, where do you go? Society sustains itself to a 24-hour society. Every shop, every cinema, every gym, every organisation is open 24/7. Quite simply, it will double the amount of jobs. You would have day workers and you would have night workers. And quite simply, society could run 24/7. It would be one way to solve unemployment, because you have to employ people to be there. You have to employ shop staff, you have to employ security guards to make sure they don't nick stuff, you have to employ other people, the police force 24/7, fire brigades 24/7, ambulance services are 24/7, so why can't shops be 24/7? If I wanted to wake up and go and buy a DVD, I could go and buy that at 3 o'clock in the morning. It doesn't matter what silly time it is, I can still go and buy the thing. If I can get hungry in the middle of the night, I can actually go out to eat. I can actually go to a restaurant. I can actually go to a coffee shop. I can actually go to a pub. Our societies and other places have tried this 24/7. America has a lot of things 24/7, and they have more jobs and more stuff, for the simple reason it's the same thing. I'm in Scotland, and the big debate is if Scotland was going to be independent, would we be independent? But here's my manifestos. A 24-hour society. Everything has to be 24/7. All sorts, all businesses, everything has to be 24/7. Never anything closes. You have night day workers and you have morning day workers. You have 2 organisations and 2 companies of rosters. Education. It's very interesting how you now have the step of you go to school and your life is planned out for you. You go to high school and your life is planned out for you. And then you have college or work. Why is there 2 choices? Why don't they just force you to go back to school, to the point where you have to go back to school because there's no other choice? If you don't get a job, you have to go back to education. Or one idea. But say if you're unwell or you're unhealthy, you have things called benefits, and the benefits are awarded to you for a reason you can't work. You have a physical disability, it stops you from working, or a mental disability, it stops you from working. I have both at this rate. I have learning difficulties, what is now called LGs now, because we use acronyms for everything now. And then I have the diagnosis of autistic. So it means quite simply, Even in a pub, even in a restaurant, or even in a place, if there's too many conversations, I get a headache. The headache is only equivalent to what you would feel if you had a hangover this way. And it gets to the fact that it intensifies and intensifies to the point where I have to switch off, to the point where I have to run away till there's no conversations at all, and then on my own again. And it will eventually calm down again, almost as soon as I leave the building again. So it's been making it really difficult for me to work at the moment, and the only opportunity I got of working was working in Oxfam and in a charity shop. But I'm worried the companies are thinking about taking the benefits away from us, and we have to do volunteering work to earn our benefits, or we don't get our benefits at all. As one idea they're planning from next year. But that means the options to me would just be to work in Oxfam again, what didn't quite work for me. Because quite simply, you work to a firm where you do 2 hours per week. Forever. Non-stop. You can't have a sick day, you can't be ill, you can't be unwell. You have to come in, or you will lose your throat. And you have to do this eternally, forever. The same monotonous, annoying, the same job. You could train and learn something else in the job, couldn't you? You could upgrade yourself and go to a higher level. But if everyone else in the shop is working a full day week and you're only working 2 hours a week, how long will it take you to get to the higher level then? A very long time at this rate. I constantly got stuck in training to the point where I couldn't get past training and I couldn't get a full day week. And I got to simplify, you must give up Mondays. So it means whatever the schedule on a Monday, whatever else, I can't do it and I have to come here now. And it gets to them for fact for society it's the same thing. When you made a plan to go and do something, because someone else tells you to do it, like, I go to a walking group at a Stafford Centre on a Monday, but I can't go to that walking group anymore because I wanted to do volunteering work, so I had to give up the walking trip at Stafford Centre. Why Stafford Centre? It's a drop-in centre for people who have mental health problems. Oh no, you have a mental health problem, we're not really sure if we want to even be your friend now. And it gets to them for fact, it's like, okay, it gives me something to do, it gives me a reason to go out, and it gives me ability to meet people. But I can work for and then. On a good day, on a very, very good day, I can walk to Princess Street, to Portobello Beach, to Musselburgh, and all the way back again. But it gets to them for fact, that is a good day. On a bad day, I don't even can get out of bed at this way, and it gets to them for fact, this is the same thing. You have a class down day to the point where I don't want to even get up. And then some days I can build up my energy so much to the point where it will take me forever to wipe it out. So I decided to wipe it out once a week. I would wipe it out once a week, go for a really, really long walk, what was like a 3-mile walk, once a week. Now I can do that every single day and not get wiped out either. Because Andrew is the fat guy, so everyone laughs at the fat guy because everyone thinks the fat guy is overweight. But I got tired to walk to Princess Street. It was a short distance for me. And it got to them for fact. Now it's the same thing. Let's take Princess Street Gardens. Walk the whole of Princess Street Gardens, and I don't know how long that actually is. But do it as a test. Do that once a week. Do that once a week, the same walk once a week. You can do it one way and then you can do it the opposite way the following week if it's coming too boring. If you go to the same location, you can do a different walk in the same location as well. You can just go, oh, go down that path then instead of go on that path. Or what's over there? Oh, I didn't notice that tree. I constantly don't notice trees or plants or other stuff and going, was that tree always there? At this way. So go and take a camera with you and take some pictures as well and take some videos and stuff and record the locations where you're going to and do the walk. And quite simply, it might be snowing that day, so look it's snowing, look it's raining, look it's sunny. Pay attention and look around for the simple reason it's the same thing. And here's some sensible stupid things with walking. If it's cold, wear clothes. The more clothes you are, the more you are. The hotter it is, the less clothes you wear. Quite simply, it's the same thing. for the environment, change your appearance for the environment, and other stuff. And pay attention. Tips for walking. If you're walking or walk in a straight line, reverse the route and walk backwards on the, turn around and then walk the same way back you walk forward. Why? This stops you from getting lost if it's a difficult location to remember where you are. Have an end point, what I always have difficulty in doing in walking groups. Have where this ends, and have an ending point where you're going to end it, and when you're going to decide to go home. What often happens with my walking groups is I don't have an end point to the point where I go and walk there, and then I go and walk there, and then I go and walk there, and then I'm going, where did you go? I just walked around for 10 hours a day, but I didn't have an end point at this way. And I often do that where I absolutely disappear. I love walking on my own. I don't like walking on a group, because you have to do the dilemma of, I have to carry a conversation with people, have to listen to people, pay attention to people, and walk and still pay attention of walking, and try and do this all simultaneously at the same time. It's difficult. I discovered I can walk further on my own, I can ever walk with other people. When everyone else is going, oh my god, I have to go and get a bus now, you're absolutely knacking me and tiring me, I'm going home now. I'm going to go home, back to bed again, because you're tiring me out so much. I will just keep carrying on walking. Because it's that. Andrew's disabled and I am on benefits, so I'm awarded a free bus pass. So I get my bus pass for free. So I don't even have to pay for the roads of buses. I decided one day, because my bus pass went out, to not renew my bus pass again and carry on walking. And it got to them for that. I used to take a bus to Portobello Beach and then walk around Portobello Beach and then take the bus back. Now I walk to Portobello Beach. I walk to Portobello Beach, walk around Portobello Beach, walk through Portobello Beach again, and then walk all the way back home again. And it gets to the simple fact, it's that when you're awarded the bus pass because you have a disability or you're on benefits, I think it's a lazy application for the simple reason it gets a symbol going, okay, I just take the bus for every location I do, even short fucking walks, I take the bus. Why don't you just walk it? What's going to happen to you when you're walking? To be fair, it'd probably be safer to walk than it is on the bus at this rate, and it gets to the simple fact at the same time. Some random person might come up and beat me up. No random person would ever come and beat you up, because quite simply there's other people there. And other people will pay attention to you, and it gets to the simple fact, if anyone threatens you and says they're going to beat you up, just walk away from them. They will never go and follow you at this rate. It gets to the simple fact at the same time, just walk away with them. Or do what I simply do, is just ignore them, and just pretend I don't speak English, and they will back down again. But they only back down again because I'm 6 feet tall, and I'm 20 stone. At this rate, I am huge. I'm like the giant at this rate to most people. And it gets to the fact, it's the same thing. Most people would back down from me. I'm losing the point again. Okay, let's walk in. Pick a time to walk. No, don't pick a time to walk. I only walk at like 10 o'clock in the morning, and I walk around for 2 hours, and I walk around to 12. And I do that every Monday for the rest of the week for my little walking group. Don't do that. What you do is pick the day you're going to walk, not the time you're going to walk. No, boy. So that means quite simply, if you slept in and it's like going afternoon now, and it's like 5 in the afternoon now, go for your walks then. Now you woke up again. Why? Don't force yourself out of bed and go and walk early just because there's a walking group on early, especially if you didn't get a sleep before earlier. So my idea for to build your walking skill is pick the time when you feel like you can take a walk. There will be some day when it will randomly jump in your fucking head going, you can go for a walk today, you're perfectly fine today, and you can go for a walk again, because you're not tired. You will know when you can walk the long distances, and you will know when you're tired again. And there's always the day when you just have to go back to bed again because you can't get back up. I have one little problem at the moment. I keep catching through at the moment, and I keep getting a sore throat, a cold, a cough, a runny nose, a fevery head, and a headache, and also a slight muscle ache at the moment, and some pins and needles at the moment. And I keep getting this all the time, and it goes away for a week, and then it comes back for a week, and then it goes away for a week, and then got it again. And it's getting to the simple fact, it's like, I can rather do the activity and force myself through it because I'm so ill, or I can just go back to bed again and give up. I even still had to go to, I go and get food pills if I'm really bad, but my pounds sort of wound up with my food pills. So I had to go to the chemist to get my food pills again, and I got to the simple fact I had to pay more money for my food pills. And I almost took half the pack, and it's got to the simple fact my food's not what I want, and it's got to the simple fact I may have to go to my doctor and ask, what the hell and heck's wrong with me now, because it's still not going away that. And my other friends suffer from a thing called hay fever, and that's made me think, going, I'm outside in the countryside and going up hills and going up trees, and then going, I'm coming ill, and I'm getting runny eyes, and like wanting to cry a lot, and runny nose, soreness in the throat, and other stuff. Isn't that hay fever, not flu sickness? So I might have to look into hay fever instead of flu, but I'm actually a bit ill, so that's why I'm not actually doing very much. Another problem I have is networking with people and talking to people. You meet them in the drop-in centres, or you meet them in the drop-in centres and you hang around with them and you talk to them and you be friends with them. But you will very rarely hand them a card with your telephone number on them and your address on them. But if you go and look on this thing called the internet, it is there for you to see. It is on my Facebook. It is hidden on Facebook for the simple reason, for the seriously fucking stalkery fucking best friendsy people to me, they have to go and look for it on Facebook. Like this way, for the simple reason it's the same thing. You still have to go and find it. So you have to have a reference of computer skills to actually go and be able to find it. But nobody ever loses it, and no one ever says hi to me and actually builds friendship with me. I just still feel a bit isolated and a bit depressed at the moment. I'm losing the point again. I make my point then. So I'm going to start recording some more videos and talking on the webcam a bit more and trying to more do stuff. The reason why I'm disappearing and you don't see me very much is because I'm ill and I can't be bothered to come in. And here's the quite obvious thing. I can only be in one place at a time, for the simple reason I can't be in two places at the same time simultaneously, where everyone wants me to do. And some days you do have to pick one place over the other place for a bit, then quit a bit, then pick the other place again and then go back again, and then decide what place you really are happy enough in. But what gets to me is this, when it goes through my head so much, going, do you like me? Do you not like me? Do you hate me? Do you not hate me? Do you like me? Do you love me? Do you hate me? How do you feel about me? And it just seems to go through my head so much, and it's going to the simple fact is that the message in my voice that's most clearly in my head when I ask it is, I don't care. I don't care if you like me or not, for the simple reason it's the same thing. I don't care anymore, for the simple reason it's the same thing. It doesn't matter if I have stains in my clothes, or if my clothes are perfectly clean, or if my clothes have rips in them, or if they have tears in them, or if they're brand new, expensive, luxury fucking clothes, or they're really cheap fucking clothes. My clothes didn't really matter over you. It didn't matter the simple fact I'm still there. But so many people think that's the most reason, that's one of the number one reasons, is that your appearance and how you look. There seems to be a social fucking class. There's also seems to be a social fucking class over fucking appearance going, you must take a shower, you must wash your hair, you must brush your teeth, you must wear aftershave. I even wear perfume instead of aftershave because quite simply it's stronger and it smells nicer, but it gets to them for fact it's the same thing. We spend so much time cleaning and tidying ourselves and polishing up at our appearance to the point it's the same thing. It's that Yes, it is important, and it is one of the important fucking elements of fucking life, but it is getting to them for fact. When you're down and when you're depressed and when you're unhappy, it's harder for you to go and do it. So it is getting to them for fact. You can still do it when you can be bored to, but it gets to them for fact. It's the same thing. How many times do I do it? I do it twice a day. I take it twice a day, once in the morning and once at night before I go to sleep. But sometimes I'm getting into like a paranoid syndrome thing where I'm constantly doing it all the time. And even getting like an OGD, self-hypnosis disorder still thingy where I'm constantly washing my hands all the time and constantly cleaning myself all the same little time. And even if I get a tiny little stain on my jumper, oh my god, it must go into the water and I must wash it again just to get the stain out again. Well, before I used to feel like I don't care. But what is coming harder for me, because I am a big guy, is finding clothes that fit me. I constantly keep falling over or tripping up, or I end up whipping my clothes or whipping my tracksuit or getting a hole in my tracksuit again. Okay, I just rush off to the shops and go and buy a new one again. Where the hell in heck did it go again? The brand of my tracksuit or the brand of my fucking trousers or the brand of my fucking company I pack have magically disappeared to the point where I can't find them again. I found a revolutionary new trousers. They have buttons, the steady zips, and I found this fantastic, but I had to get them in 44. But I can't find them in 44 anymore because they magically disappeared again. And it gets to them for about the same thing. I did bother to buy a pair that's 42, but I found out I can't fit into them now. I'm thinking about still keeping them and seeing one day if I can magically manage to get to be able to fit in them if I manage to walk around in them and my 44 ones. But I'm slightly ripped a hole in at the side because I accidentally tripped myself up. But till I manage to find a new pair, I'm not going to wear anything else at the moment. And it gets to them for fact. I was known as Mr. Sporty because he always wore a tracksuit all the time. But now he will always wear a jumper or will always wear trousers and always wear trainers. And it gets to them for fact I keep wearing the same clothes all the day. Why? Because I can only find new ones that actually fit at this way. So I have to spend more time constantly washing them and constantly cleaning them all the time to make them clean and tidy again. And it gets to the monotonous fucking circle to try and keep this up all the time. It almost feels an impossible task at the moment. But someday I will be stick skinny to the point where I can buy my clothes from any shop in the world. But what I'm not understanding about fat guy clothes is why is High and Mighty dominated the fucking franchise for so long? They're the most expensive stuff in the decade at this rate. And the only way I managed to find rivals to them was I now go to Sainsbury's or Asda. Because the massive supermarkets have everything under one roof. And they now have clothes. And for the first time ever, they actually have clothes that can fit. An XL to double XL at most. It depends what I'm buying. If it's stretchy, I can never get it to stretch to fit me. But if it's non-stretchy, it's the bigger sizes. But I was one of the guys. At the highest, I was 4XL. At the highest I ever was. So the only shop I had was High and Mighty. There's now Jackie Knows online, and it's an online shop where you can buy clothes online. And I think there's a big store in America as well. It's our clothing store. It's trying to challenge High and Mighty on big clothes. But I think the revolution with big clothes is simply having them in the fucking supermarkets and having one of them. I can find one pair of trousers. Only one of them. They have. If I went down, I bought them in 44. But if I was buying them in 42, I can't even find them. They are in 40. They got 5 of them in 40, but I only got one of them in 44. And then one of them, it constantly gets stuck with fucking clothes to the point where I can't find clothes in my size. Any other big blokes who are watching this YouTube video actually thinking the same thing. Where do you buy clothes from? It's one of the biggest questions I get asked all the time. And now I have to go to the supermarkets to buy my clothes. Why? There's a difference in price. I bought jeans, and guess how much I spent for them? 80 quid. That's standing in high and mighty, or 40. Do you know how much they are in a supermarket? £6. Yes, £6. That's how much they cost in the supermarket. Imagine how many pairs you could buy of them with them. But I bought some towels, well, the button ones. I'm not really sure to go and sew them, but they're over there. They were £16. So quite simple, they were normally 20, but they were on sale, so they were a bit cheaper. And it gets to them for that. They are a lot cheaper for clothes, and it gets to them for that. I really recommend them for clothes at the moment, and where to buy them. And slowly, after effort and shopping around, I may be able to buy clothes that fit, but I get sick of people slagging me off. And I get sick of people telling me, oh look, you got a whip in that, and you got a hole in it, haven't you noticed that? What do you want me to do about it? Go and fix it? Or go and buy a new pair? You go and buy a new pair then, you go and find them again. It gets to them for that, it gets on my nerves, for them for reason it's the same thing, and it constantly seems to be a talent who seem to be annoying me over them. Also, the company that makes their clothes is called TU. It's a company that makes their clothes for the supermarkets. Who the hell the heck is this company? It makes their clothes for them for doing the same thing. It's getting to them for that the same thing. Other brands and other products, the company that it uses to make their clothes is a supermarket brand. But they're finally making clothes that actually fit me. And I'm being a little bit happier because I'm saving some money, so I've got a bit more clothes. But I'm still having difficulty with towels at the moment, because quite simply, I not only got a big waist and a fat stomach, I've got fat thighs, so it's difficult for me to find clothes that fit me at the moment. But someday I will be skinny, and my idea is to walk around Edinburgh to the point where I'm skinny. I do basic exercise, and got my fitness books up there on the shelf if you look over there, and I've got fitness DVDs and I've got fitness books. So I'm slowly learning how to do fitness, but I work out on my own. I don't work out as a team, I don't like the gym, it's too noisy. It plays music all the time, or music I don't actually like. It gets them for, you can have your own music in your iPod, but I constantly keep breaking them, or losing them, or getting them nicked, or they magically disappear at the moment, to the point where it's too difficult for me to actually carry music around with me. And it's the same with cameras at the moment, and I seem to be stuck with that. And I seem to get stuck with computers at the moment as well, for them. I'm recording this on my Mac Mini, and I'm recording this on the webcam and holding in my hand, not a rubbish fucking phone, for them you're wondering what I'm recording this on at the moment. It gets to them for that this is the longest fucking video you ever watched of me at this moment. It's gone into half an hour and probably sent everyone to sleep there at the moment. But it gets to them for that, I've not done a catch-up video at the moment, and I try and do one every morning at this rate, so they will be published in the afternoon for the people to watch them in the afternoon. But it's that. I'm a real problem with energy at the moment, finding clothes that fit, tidying and cleaning myself up, and the mundane things of life. It's annoying me. Our thing is getting on my life is simply tidying and cleaning my flat, and sorting and fixing everything, and decorating it, and painting it, and decorating it, and moving it, and throwing it out, and tidying it, and moving it about. It's just so much hassle, to the point where I really need some help with that at the moment, but I don't know who to really turn to. And every time I seem to ask for help, it gets to them for that they seem to ignore me, to the point where I don't really get the help, or they book an appointment at the same time and got something else to do, and I already told them I was going to such and such. If I'm going to such and such, or going to a walking group, or going to a group, that's when the nice little person will come to my door and knock at my door. But I already told them previously where I was going. I'm thinking about writing this down somewhere on the internet so you can easily look at. But we have Google calendars, and we have Facebook calendars, and we have so many calendars at the moment, it's getting ridiculous. I can make one calendar publicly access, to the point where it's the same person who's booking an appointment, to the point where we can translate our diaries over for them, for it's the same thing. But it's a diary list of fucking classes, for them, for it's the same thing. But it's activities. What you should do with activities is also remember not only the courses you got in groups and drop-in centres and activities for yourself, is write them down for yourself, plan them for yourself, and network them yourself then. Don't ask someone else to go and network the same hobby or same interest as you, because they don't have it, so they don't really care. Okay, what else? No, I'm trying to think what else. Other thing is going, have you ever learned something? Like, I got a Mac Mini, and I learned iWife and iPhoto, and GarageBand, and what's called the iWife suite of software on your Mac. And I finally found one friend who's got an iMac now, and it gets simple fact, I can easily pop around to your flat and help you with your software and teach you how to use it and teach you how to work it, and tell you how to do it. For some reason, I'm already used it before, so I'm gained a skill, and I can teach someone else a skill. This is called passing the torch, or a mentor, or a light, or someone else who's got the same hobbies and interests. So this is what you should do as an exercise someday, is write down everything you have done, everything you learned, and everything you know, and write this all down. You will have a book full of stuff you know at this rate. And against the simple fact, one day look at that book and go, give yourself a score, going, where's Max? I'm 10. I'm probably a number 10 on Max now. I know more about Max than anything else now. But my knowledge was Max before. If you go back before 2012 and 7, I never even had one. Talk about master the silly thing. And it's the same with this thing called YouTube. I'll probably get a 10 on YouTube now. It gets to them for that I watch YouTube, I record videos for YouTube, I publish videos for YouTube. Anyone else want to do the same thing? Anyone else want to do the same thing? I can go and help you then. And it gets to them for that the same thing. You can pass on the baton and you can pass on the torch and do it. But what is frustrating me with YouTube is I love yoga. Yoga is one of my favourite thingies. But every time you say yoga to someone, go and do a headstand then. I can't do a headstand. Go and do the splits then. I can't do the splits. The lion splits, the side splits, the standing splits, the lion splits. For the simple reason, there's more than one splits now. For the simple reason, I know every move. I know every combination. Why? Because I ain't got YouTube. If I don't know it, someone else knows it, to the point where someone else can do it, and it won't be me. And against the simple fact, I will sit and watch your videos every time and going, I would love to be able to do that. And someday, I promise you, I will be able to do it, but not just now. And it gets to the simple fact, but it's frustrating me. I was doing diamond pose, where it's a simple, you sit on the floor, put your both feet together, and bend yourself forward and lie perfectly flat. I can't. I have a fat stomach, it gets in my road, and I have fat thighs that get in my road. So I won't be able to master that move in yoga. Because in my body and because in my physique, I can't master that move. But I'm one of them. The hell with that. I'll figure out something else I can do. But what actually annoyed me, I tried to do the move to the point where I hurt my back. And then I got to them for that. I could hardly walk at this rate. And I'm going, I really did hurt my back at this rate. And I got to them for that. I managed to fix it by resting it again and managed to fix it again. And I come back and I can do it again. But someday I will be able to do it. Only if I lose my fat thighs and lose my fat stomach. But apart from walking around, I've not got very much choice of being able to actually do it. But even doing something like walking, even doing something like yoga, hurt my walking to the point where I couldn't walk. And it was getting to them for that. I feel like I seriously damaged something at this way. And it got to them for that. I got stuck. And it got to them for that. It's the same thing. I don't know what to sacrifice and what to do to the point where I'm worried I'm going to injure myself, to the point where I want to be a professional pro wrestler and do wrestling and do that, but I'm scared of injuries, because when you do impact onto yourself, it gets to the simple fact. I'm worried about injury. And it's getting to the fact it's the same thing. Every time I'm wanting to do something, I'm getting scared to the point where I don't want to do it anymore. And that's called anxiety, and that's called depression, or that's called trauma, or that's called other stuff, and they give it many, many names. But it's a stumbling block at the moment for me, because I don't know what to do. Because I have one goal I want to do, and I can't do it, so I keep doing that, and I don't know how to move our level. So I'm going to write this all down as some fancy pie chart thing and go and show people at the moment, but it's going to get to them for about the same thing. It's that. Who do you idolize, who do you admire, and who do you look up at? And the first and the last one, when I was a little kid, it was Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan was my favourite wrestler. He was big, he was strong, he was great, he was my favourite wrestler. My other favourite wrestler is Sting. Where are they now? They must be retired. I was a fan of them in the early 90s. Their careers never lasted, and their careers died out. They didn't they? They retained their careers, and they're still famous. They're now with a new company called TNA and Non-Stop Action, and if you follow it, you will know what's happening now. For the simple reason they still have a career. They are still famous. But the big question is, if you type my name into the search engine, what will I be famous for? For the simple reason it's that. But Hogan fast-tracked with steroids, and I turned against him as a fan. But it gets to them for the fact he still made his money from wrestling. But I'm never going to take steroids or try and fast-track that way, because I don't want to risk my health that much to be able to retain it. But it gets to the fact it's the same thing. How the hell in heck do I do it? The other thing I found out about Hogan, I didn't know he had knee surgery on his knee to fix his knee again. And it got to them for the fact he's had cosmetic surgery to try and fix his injuries from. And it's that. How far do you go, and how much do you hurt yourself, and how many times do you go to the hospital to go and fix yourself so you can come back again? Just because you can do it again. But it gets to the fact it's the same thing. I don't know what to do at the moment, and I don't know what to sacrifice at the moment and what to do at the moment. Another thing I keep getting bullied at for is I can't read and I can't write. And it gets to them for fact it seems to hinder me with my career at the moment, because it seems to be one of the barriers that seems to be stopping me. But I don't know what to do. College is on term break at the moment, so I can't go back to college at the moment. I have to wait till term break starts again, and then I can come back to college course and try and improve my reading and writing skills. But I will never manage to be able to do it. But every time I can't do one thing, I can be able to do the other thing, but I can't understand why I'd be able to do it. For them reason it's the same thing. And as far as what to do for a job and what to do for a career at the moment, apart from recording the world's longest YouTube video you could ever do on a live cast at the moment. This is going up to 40 minutes at the moment. I think you can record up to an hour. For them reason it was up to 20 minutes before my account upgraded, so I can talk as long as I want to at the moment. But I think it goes to a period of how long do you watch your videos? Well, add this to your favourites box and go back and watch it in stages, even if you have to pause me and go back to me. But at the end of the day, I have got some point at the moment, is that. What the hell in heck do I do for a job then? I might call that the title of the video or something like this way. What do I do for a career? What do I do for a job? What do I do for them? I finally tidied up my Facebook page and actually added I come from member college now, because the three colleges are merged together. So I'm finally added that at the section but at the top. So you actually have it, but it's still not found anyone else as part of member college, because it doesn't do that proper way. For them reason, it's the same thing. It's finding other people who's in the same boat and the same hobbies and the same interests, so we can actually team up and actually figure out what the hell in heck to do with our lives. For the simple reason, we seem to not really go around in circles. But what I hate about life is this. Why do we watch people from America, and why do we use American fucking software, and why does America seem to run the world at the moment? It's getting on my nerves. I'm recording this on YouTube. YouTube's owned by Google. It's an American company. Why is it everything else is in America, and why is everything else very famous in America? Other thing is getting me with Google is this thing called apps. Here's my secret idea. I want to design apps for the PlayStation 3, the Xbox 360 and the Wii. Like Netflix, it can have its own everything. I want something that's the same thing, so you can sit and watch videos on it and other stuff. The reason why I'm looking a bit odd is because my computer keeps falling asleep. I wonder why I don't fall asleep at this rate, but I want to develop apps for game consoles and other stuff, and I want to do something revolutionary with fitness. Also what I'm wanting to do with the devices at the moment is this other idea I want to do, is again how this is a webcam, and the Xbox 360 has a webcam, and the PlayStation 3 has a webcam. You can all use Skype on the same platform. Skype's not on it. Why isn't it on it? Why can't we use Skype? Why can't we use Facebook? Why can't we use YouTube? Why is it every time it's limited to the point where I can't use the widecast mode, what I'm recording this video on YouTube when you record it off the webcam on my PlayStation 3? I have to use my computer to record this off the webcam, and it gets to them for that. It's the same thing. It's about fiddling, it takes me to a while, and actually using this on Ferrari, the browser. And I normally use this on Chrome, but I'm not fed up with Chrome at the moment, and I'm back to Ferrari again, for some reason it seems to be working a bit better. And it's getting to the fact, why can't I do this on a games console? Why can't I use this simultaneously on a games console, and why can't we use them all together? Or why can't I use my game console more like a computer, where you can do stuff on it like a computer? Why? More people have a game console and a computer, don't they? They're a lot cheaper. Mac is the elitist at the moment because they're so expensive. They're £600 to £1,000. No one has enough money to go and buy them. What's the console, 130 new or something like that now? Second hand, I've got no idea how much it is brand new, but they're coming down in price. The Wii's only 40 now or something like that now. For some reason it's not skyrocketing in prices now. For some reason it's the same thing. And it gets to them for that, it's the same thing. It's hard on devices and working out what to do with them and how to use them. The most revolutionary thing I have ever come across is a thing called Netflix. You can watch movies, you can watch TV shows on it. But it still frustrates me when I can't watch everything on it and I can only watch a limited amount on it. Another thing I quite like is Ultimate Music. As a thing on the PlayStation 3, it lets you play music on the PlayStation 3. I can listen to anyone's album I like and listen to them in high quality. And 5.5 the surround sound, not in when they're on YouTube, they're not in the same quality. But there's so many individuals and there's so many people who don't have a computer, or so many individuals I'm coming across who don't have a TV at the moment. And it gets to them for that. How do we inspire them to the technological age apart from, by the way, it's your birthday today, here's your new present, here's your fantastic new phone. It's a TV, it's a game console, it's a computer, it's a camera, it's a webcam, it's a radio, it's a CD player, it's a tape deck. With all the digital technology we have and all the stuff, we have one of them. But we don't have all of them. But why do some people have one of them and not all of them? For some reason, it's a CD. I listen to this off a CD. I stream this off the internet and watch it on YouTube. For some reason, I don't own the CD anymore. But when you play it off the CD, you still have it at a higher quality sound than you actually get on a recording on YouTube. And you still have to have internet connection and still have to pay for internet as well. For some reason, it's getting to them for that is right. With society and people, and when you have stuff, is being able to share your contents and being able to share your interests and having groups and organisations and companies where we share our hobbies and interests and we share our stuff. My hand is getting tired holding this webcam at the moment for some reason it's the same thing. And it's getting to them for that, and I think I made my point across. It's this. How do we inspire someone else to join the technological age, and how do we decide what to buy them as a present and what the hell and heck to buy them? Make a list of what you want. Make a list of what you got now. Make a list of what you want in the future. Make a list of what you want if you won the lottery. Make a list of what you want when you can watch it now. Everyone makes this the list to Santa Claus. What do you It's the same thing. When I was a little kid, I wrote a letter to Santa and asking for a computer. I asked for Apple computer when I was at school. But my mummy and daddy, what was actually my mummy and my uncle who looked after me, had to then come down to me and tell me Santa Claus didn't actually exist, and we get awarded money from benefits and other stuff. And it gets to them for that, we don't have enough money to go and buy it at the moment. And it gets to them for that, I never got it. But what I found revolutionarily stupidly funny is when my mum died in 2002 and everyone asked me, "Oh, you're so unhappy about your mum's death, what do you really want?" A computer. It's the one thing that I always ever wanted was a computer. I got it after my mum's death. And it got to them for that. It felt like my mum would have really loved us. I could have taught her so many fantastic stuff with the computer and gone, it was like she liked musicals and she liked Titty Titty Bang Bang and she liked sound of music. You can watch them on YouTube. You can watch clips on YouTube. My mum constantly watched TV shows to the point where he's going, "Where does such and such actor come from?" And I'm going, "I don't know. I don't know." And then let's read the TV guide, and let's buy the TV guide, and let's read the TV guide in depth to the point where we know everyone in it. And it got to them for that. If we had the internet, what a float and the knowledge this would have been for her. For them reason, it felt like one of these things. It's like it's that. The fault and the knowledge is the internet. For the simple reason it's the same thing. But what makes me so sad and what makes me so oppressed is when I have someone who would have enjoyed it so much, but they never got the opportunity because the person is dead. But I constantly want to find the other person who would enjoy the activity and enjoy the activity and enjoy it. For them reason it's the same thing, and find someone else and inspire someone else with the same hobbies and interest. Okay, I'm getting off the topics. So if my mum was still alive, the one gift I would have sold her the most was my computer. It would have been a one so simple thing. The other thing I use on my computer a lot is text to speak, because I can't read very well. I use the computer to read stuff out to me, so I use text to speak a lot on the computer. And it was the one biggest reason why I wanted to buy this thing in the first place. You make a list of why you want to buy it, and the reasons why you don't want to buy it, and how much it costs, and where to buy it from. Do we buy it just now, or do we buy it what's called pre-purchase, where you buy it, you pay out so much a week or so much a month, and then you have to decide with money and decide with stuff to get it now or get it later. Okay, here's the questions that goes through your head when you make this list. If I buy it, what happens if I don't be able to even work it out to switch the stupid thing on? Okay, what happens then? One day you will find someone else who will help you again. Don't get too panicky if you don't know how to switch it on, and don't get too panicky if you don't know how to switch it off. There will be one day when you manage to actually run it, but what will also help you is find someone else who's already got it. Someone else who knows how to use it in the first place, and get them to help you with it. You will find that one friend. If you're thinking about buying a computer and buying a TV, or buying anything, find someone else who's already got the thing so they can teach you how to use it a wee bit, and just start you on the starting blocks. Computers have 5 silly levels at the moment: buying the computer, buying the internet connection for the computer, and paying for the internet connection, setting this whole entire thing up, and getting everything to work. You may not get this to work on the first day you buy it, but you will eventually get it to work. It does get to the point, it's the same thing. It took me several years to be able to work the computer, to be fair, to the level I'm recording a YouTube video now. I've been on the internet since 2005 now, so it got to the fact it took me a long time to even get to the level where I can record videos on the internet. And it gets to the fact one day you will be able to manage to do it. What happens if it breaks? If it breaks, they normally have a return policy on them, so the simple fact you can return them to the point that they will go and fix it again. That is always the idea. You can always find someone else that can help you fix it this way, and you can always temporarily fix it, or it has broke to the point where it's the same thing. Right, okay, text something's broken on it, Today, I switched it on my computer and the internet didn't work. Well, what else can I do on the computer if my internet doesn't work? Maybe my internet's down for the day, and it gets for that the same thing. It may be a technical fucking problem, and it may not be my fault, it may be someone else's fault. So don't get too panicky about it and just switch it off for the day and come back to it. For example, don't get a panic attack, and the problem you have with it can always be fixed again, to the point where it might just be something simple, and someday you will be able to fix it again. Just try not to avoid getting a panic attack about it. For them reason it's the same thing and getting too depressed. For them reason it's the same thing. Okay, we're getting into problems and how to solve problems and other stuff. For them reason it's the same thing. What is this message I'm trying to do? Oh, my name's Andrew, and I'm dumb, and I can't read, and I can't write, and I'm stupid, and I'm not very clever, and I'm fat, and I'm overweight, and I'm really dumb, and I'm really stupid. But I'm still here, and someone has to record a video on YouTube, and then someone has to put it on the internet for everyone else to watch. So how stupid am I? You can read, and you can write, and you can talk, and you can sing. You can do a YouTube video. No, I don't want to. I'm too scared. I get to them for the same thing. I don't want to have a public face as a silly one. It's that, what are you scared of now? Someone on the internet may not like you. What can someone do on the internet that doesn't like you? Oh my god, you can put a comment at the bottom of this box and write, I don't like you anymore. 16 stones will hurt my bones and words will never hurt me. If you're so scared of messages, you can actually disable messages at the bottom, so you can't send any messages to the bottom, so no one passes comments at all. So what are you scared of, and why does people not want to do the internet? It frustrates me when I got stuff I can't do. I can't sing. And I've said many times on YouTube, I am going to get singing lessons one day, and I'm going to sing a song on YouTube. But that is the one day it will never come at this rate, but it is still going to come someday at this rate, and it is getting to the simple fact it's the same thing. But it's getting to the fact it's the same thing. Why do some people not want to do it at all, and why do some people be able to do it? And it gets me frustrated, and it's the same thing. Other thing that's frustrating me when you have a multiple fucking talent when you're gonna I can sing and I can play the guitar. I can do two things at once, not just one thing at once, I can do two things at once. But it's getting to the simple fact, it's the same thing. It's that. You can do it on your own, or you can do it in a group of people, in a little class or in a group you can do it. But you can't do this publicly on the internet. Just because this is recorded on the internet, when you click publish, you can hit private. That means the only person that sees this video is you when you log into the internet. It means no one else can see you. You then email a link over to the thing and it gives you a number, and you type in the number to unlock the video. And it's called a locked pin thing. I've never done it on a video, so I don't know how to do it, but other people have done it on videos. But it gets to them for that. You can have a private video on the internet if you want to. I like this video publicly because I'm just curious who the hell in heck bothers to watch this video. I'm only mentioning this is on for 1 hour at this rate and going, who the hell in heck is going to watch this? I've worked to a class many silly times, and you sit around in a whole entire class for 1 hour and then going, this is that same thing. For example, they did the 10 things thing. I'm going to read that out on a YouTube channel and turn that into a YouTube channel as well. So I think I can do this under an hour at this rate, but it gets to them for the same thing. My opinions on the comments because it's a discussion and talking, but it's getting to them for that. I'm going to get a new camera, and I'm going to get a new webcam, and I'm going to get a new camcorder, and I'm going to get a new camera as well. I'm going to probably get 2 of them at this rate. And it gets simple right, I'm deciding which one to buy and which one to not buy, and what I want it for, and what I want to do with it, and the dream thing I want to do with it, and where I want to do with that, and everything I want to film with it, and everything I want to do with it, and the things I will probably end up doing with it will be very little compared to the things I actually want to do with it. I'm going to write them down with the rest and try and make the rest what I'm going to do with it, what I want to do with it, and what you want to do with that, and then you simply tick them off when you've done them and gone, you'd achieved something. We can achieve that for example, it's the same thing. Can every time it's raining outside, and every time I have a camera, I'm paranoid I'm going to damage it because the rain's going to damage the camera, and it's not waterproof. I'm not a camera that's waterproof, so I can, because when it's raining outside, what I do is stick my head, cut the camera almost out, look at the window with the camera, so you can see it's raining outside. Someday I'm actually wanting to go out in the actual rain with the camera and actually show you actually going outside with it, instead of just being, look, I only look out the window when it's raining and don't actually go outside. It's the same with throwing. I do the same thing. There's a video of a fox on my channel on this throw. I did spot that fox again. One day I couldn't sleep, so I took my head out of the window and had a look at the window. What a surprise! There's the fox. Guess what time the fox walked past my fucking what time the fox walked past my flat when I was looking out the window? 2:40 in the morning. I had to look at the time on the clock, and it made me really funny going, I don't have a camera at the moment, so I didn't have anything to record it to have proof, so I could have gone, look, here's the video on the link, but I didn't actually have it. But it's getting to them fact. They are a bit hard to get when they're up at that time in the morning. For them, they don't go around a normal time of day, for them, it's the same thing. Last night, so the most shocking thing I have ever come across, and it really stunned me, was a girl attacked a pigeon in mid-air, and attacked in mid-air, and then the pigeon fell on the ground, and then I watched it die on the ground. And this is the most shocking thing I have ever seriously seen. The only other person was a homeless person begging at the side, and he actually witnessed this silly thing, and he was a bit traumatized by the thing as well. For simply, that was really scary. But it's gone. Wouldn't that have been amazing if I could have found that as a YouTube video and put it up, and how many hits that would have got? For them, it's the same thing. I probably can Google this up states and say it's gone girls attacking pigeons this way, or birds attacking other birds, but it's getting to them for attacking some other animal until you actually killed it. Wow! That's the same thing, but it's going to simple fact. In society, this is going to come across Andy's office worker now. When a bird attacks our bird, you can't send the other bird to prison for killing someone. It's the same with a pussycat when it kills mice. You can't send it to prison for killing stuff. But how do you stop the thing from killing something when it likes killing something? I'm a human, so I have common sense, so I'm not going to kill people for some reason. It's the same thing. For some reason, it's the same. Everyone has the common sense, they won't ever actually kill someone. For some reason, it's the same thing. But I guess the simple fact, how do you stop animals from killing other animals? I'm wondered, does anyone know the answer to that? And how you stop them from doing it? Because then they're not a bit unfair. I'm getting off topic now. And so that's the end of my questions and my Q&A for the day. If I could work out how to talk the videos up, so you're going, he made this point just at the last 5 minutes of the video, and that was the point he tried to make in the video. If you got any other ideas for any other videos I can do and publish to my YouTube channel, please leave a comment at the bottom of the page. Please flag me off at the bottom of the page. Just don't, when you're opinions. He's fat, he's ugly, he can't speak, he can't talk properly. He's fat, he's overweight, he's fat, overtired, his fat's really cluttered. Go and see the Crux books and DVDs or what? What the hell in heck are they? Please leave a comment down below. If you like my channel, please subscribe to me. And it gets to about the same thing. I don't care if no one watches my video at all. At least I'm still made this silly thing. So here's my 1 hour video. For some reason this will probably be the last video of the year this way. This has really tired me out at this rate. So I'll probably record some more videos when I get the new camera, and I'll probably start publishing name as well, and I'll probably do more videos. So this is my talkie video. This is my video blog thing again. So that's the end of my show, and I'm saying bye bye. I'm saying bye bye everyone. And subscribe to my channel up above, or at the bottom or wherever they put it now. And share this to your friends on Facebook and Twitter and Google Plus as well, and share and send it to them as well. For them, please, and that's the same thing. You can email it to your friends as well and share it to your friends. So I'm going to send this to some of my Facebook friends and see if they've got 1 hour to spare to watch this video, because most of the time I don't even spend an hour talking to them in the real world, so I might as well board them on videotape it this way. It does make a way to give a platform and try and put your voice across, so less more people would use it.